Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this tutorial for Nobody Likes Moving On by Shy Martin. Okay, this is a pretty fun song. It's got a really nice riff or progression for the intro and the verse, and the rest of the song is pretty simple. It does use bar chords though, so if you don't know bar chords, then I'm going to show you how to play them, but if you don't know bar chords quite yet, then I'd suggest coming back to the song at a later stage. Okay, so let me just show you the chords used in the song. We're going to be using E major, F sharp major, G sharp minor, and B major. Okay, and then lastly, this is kind of an extra chord which we don't need to use, but there is also a B over F sharp. Oops, there we go. Okay, you don't need to know that chord though, but I'll show it anyway. Okay, so to start off the song, let's go to the intro. Okay, so the intro goes like this. So let's just start with that section, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to play 6 on the D string and 7 on the high E string together, okay? So we're going to play those two notes together. Then we're going to play 1 on the D string and then 2 on the high E string, okay? And you can slide into it if you want to, so or slide down it, okay? Then the next shape we're going to do is 2 on the D string, 4 on the G string, nothing on the B string, we're not going to be playing the B string at all, and then 4 on the high E string, so it's going to sound like this. Those 3 notes, okay? And the pattern is going to look like this, and by the way, this pattern stays for the entire progression, okay? The pattern's going to look like this. So that's the E string and the D string played together, okay? Then we're going to pick the G string, okay? And then we're going to pick the D string. So, okay, let me just show you over here a bit closer. Okay, so we're going to do that 3 times. And then on the 3rd time, you add a pick onto the 3rd string or the G string. Okay, so I'll play that slowly. Okay, that's how that's going to sound. Okay, and immediately after that, you're going to play this this progression over here, and this is going to be 4th on the D string, 4th on the G string, nothing on the B string, and then 6 on the high E string. Okay, those 3 notes. And I am actually borrowing the B string, but we're not going to be playing it, so it doesn't really matter. You could play it like this if you wanted to, if you find this to be easier. Okay, so same pattern, exactly the same pattern. We're going to play the 1st and the 4th together, then the 3rd, then the 4th, and then just repeat that. We're going to do that 5 times, and once again on the 5th time, we're going to add an extra pluck onto the 3rd string, okay? So I'll play that really slowly and show you how that sounds. Okay, so that's 5 times. It might be a little bit confusing at first because you're playing this 5 times instead of 4 times, which is kind of the norm, but if you listen to the song enough and you play it enough, it will feel pretty natural at some point, okay? So the second part of the progression is going to go like this. We're going to go 9 on the D string and 11 on the high E string. Okay, that's. Then we're going to slide down to that second shape we did in the first part of the progression. There, okay? So that's just 1st on the D string and 2 on the high E string. Then we're going to do the exact same thing as before over here. Play this 3 times. Okay, and now instead of switching straight to this shape, we're going to go down to this shape, which is 1 on the D string, 4 on the G string, and 2 on the high E string. Okay, and then we're going to play that twice. Okay, and then we're going to go back to this shape, okay, this one over here, and play that 3 times. Okay, and by the way, this shape can be pretty difficult, especially because you've just played this shape, so to switch to it can be quite difficult. So let me just show you an alternative. Okay, so instead of playing that shape, what you can do instead is you can go from this one and then play that, okay? But the problem with this is that now instead of picking the the G string, right, as the third string in this progression, you're picking the B string, which it confuses your right hand, but it makes it much easier on your left hand. Okay, I'll have the tab below to show you because I know that can be quite confusing. But basically, we're going to be doing this first and fourth, and then use the B string as the string that we alternate between instead of the G string. Okay. Okay, that is the same as this. Okay, same thing. Okay, cool. So that is the entire progression. That progression is played for the intro, for the verse, second verse, and even for the outro. Okay, so let's move on to the pre-chorus. Okay, so the pre-chorus is going to sound like this. It's pretty simple. E major, okay, then G sharp minor, F sharp, E, G sharp minor, F sharp, and that's the whole thing. Okay, you can spice it up with other strumming patterns if you want to, but I like to just play it with one strum through. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the chorus. Okay, so the chorus is going to have the following chords: G sharp minor, E, B major, F sharp, and then the same thing. And the second time around, you can play a B over F sharp if you want to, that chord, okay? But you don't have to. That's up to you. If you like the sound of it, you can do that. Okay, I'll just show you a potential strumming pattern, but once again, you can make up your own strumming pattern. I think that's the best thing to do. Okay, that's a strumming pattern you can use. If you don't like that one, try another one for yourself, okay? It's really open to interpretation. Okay, so let's see. The rest of the song is very straightforward. You repeat all the sections in exactly the same way. After you do the second chorus, there'll be another part where she just sings the words moving on over and over. That's just the chorus repeated, and the song once again ends with this riff. Okay, so you just play that once through, and then at the very end of the song, instead of ending with that, it actually ends like this. Okay, it just ends on an F sharp. And that is it. That is the entire song, guys, okay? So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing. And feel free to suggest any other songs. And I'll see you guys next time. Cool.